report on that in just a moment.
Standard Oil has uncovered 90 ways for you to cook picture perfect. Dinner is served menu recipe cards. Each card has a color photograph of a main dish, like shrimp Creole. On the back is the recipe and menu planning hints to help you cook picture perfect. There are 90 different main dish cards to help your menu planning for up to 3 full months. You cook to match the picture. Dishes like Swedish meatballs, broiled chicken with herbs, or beef rouladen. A pack of 10 menu recipe cards is just 19 cents with any gasoline purchase, plus 2 index cards, a card file box, and stand for 29 cents with no purchase. Start collecting menu recipe cards. Start cooking picture perfect at standard stations and almost all Chevron dealers.
Introducing the name caller, automatic telephone dialer. It memorizes 38 phone numbers, including emergency numbers like police, fire, and doctor. Move the selector to the name and push the button. The rest is automatic. Hello, Monica? Meet me at the airport. We'll take my Learjet. Bye, baby. The name caller. Fantastic.
I think natural foods are good for you. You know, great natural food is milk. You know, I'm not a nut on, you know, pills and protein tablets and things like that. You know, I'm a definite nut on milk. You know, I have quite a bit of it.
Milk has something for every body, even Mark Spitz's.
It's the truth. 15 minutes ago, you know, just prior to this, I had 3 glasses. It's awful hot.
Or is it Harold Green?
Oh, of course it is, but this is a different era. Yeah, I know. When Chubby Checker was twisting and little Eva was into her locomotion, radio station KFWB, Channel 98, was a virtual giant in Los Angeles. Kids wearing DA hairdos, along with bobby socks, idolized the station's disc jockeys. Parents could be heard saying, "Will you turn that racket off?" Well, within the hour, it all comes alive again. For the next 24 hours, FM radio station KMET will relive those great days with an all-star lineup.
Join to dig the happy show with a real good show called Yo-Yo on KFWB.
Hi, and of course it's Joe Yoakum. It's a Saturday and for all the football widows and all. Got little Eva. And remember what the KFWB fortune cookie says.
KFWB with the Quiver and Quillen Clan and your host, Theodore the Ghost.
KFWB, you heard it first. Down, 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 down.
Yeah, that's Neil Sedaka here on the Weedy Happening at KFWB Color Channel 90. It kind of wraps it for today. BMR is next, so hang tight. Till then, night-night, ta-ta, and have a happy.
Get your insurance with the Gene, we sure big Gene, the Weedy One.
Oh, yeah! Hey, Scooter, you'll need a BMR. Gentleman with my hat in my hand. Let's take it over now with the Duke of Earl.
Duke of Earl, Duke of Earl, Everybody seems to be caught up in a nostalgia kick, and B. Mitchell Reed thinks the idea is a natural one.
I've been getting mail from people who belong to the BMR Teen Top Club or Top Teen Club. It's sending me back cards and saying, hey, just for a little bit of nostalgia, remember this. And they grew up to it. Now, if you think about the age level of 12, 14, 15, 16, 18, they're in their 20s or 30s. Hey, they want to remember too.
Yeah, I'll be digging on that. Oh, Bill Balance and Gary Owens will also be on. It starts at midnight on KMET. Be there or be square. No Levi's or Capris, please. John.
Thanks very much, Harold. There was a big fight tonight and a big race. And
the 1949 Denver Nuggets and the 1970 Cleveland Cavaliers had set this rather unenviable mark. This is the sensational Trotter Super Bowl, winner of 18 straight races this year. Record earnings, $439,000 tonight. In the $100,000 American Trotting Classic on a sloppy track at Hollywood Park, Super Bowl ran his last race before retiring. He led for it the mile, but he faltered in the stretch, and he finished dead last in a field of 6. The winner was Diane, who also won this race in 1970. The time for a mile and an eighth was 2:19 4/5. Ryan returning $12.66 and $6. Flower Child was second. Oppie came in third. Well, sir, Sam the computer takes a 9-game lead into our weekly pigskin picks, so let's see if I can't make up some ground. I like Stanford by 7 over Washington come tomorrow afternoon. The computer says it will be Stanford by 15. I like UCLA by 7 over Washington. The computer says it will be UCLA by 1. I'll take Kansas City to beat Pittsburgh on Sunday by 3. The computer says it'll be Pittsburgh by 1. I'll take Minnesota over Detroit in the Central Division by a field goal. Computer says it'll be same thing. I'll take the 49ers to beat the Colts by 7 points, and the computer says it will be 49ers by 9. I like Oakland over Cincinnati by 4 points. Sam says it will be Cincinnati by 5. Take the Chargers on Monday night by a field goal over Cleveland. Computer says it'll be San Diego by 5, and I like the Rams to beat Denver by 7. Computer says it will be Los Angeles by 10. Tomorrow's college games on Channel 7, 9:30 Ohio State, Michigan State, 1 o'clock L.S.U. and Alabama. Mr. Schubach.
Right, Stu, they spell Diane D-A-Y-A-N. Do you say the horse paid $6 to show?
Yes, and you had it last week.
$6 to show?
$6 to play, $6 to show. You had the wrong night, John. You had the right horse. Wrong place, wrong time.
Morris! Time for din-din! Oh, already?
Playtime is over? Too bad. You can catch me later, maybe.
Ready for din-din?
Ready to act finicky.
Some 9 lives, dear.
Uh-oh.
Tuna, chicken, liver.
In creamed gravy.
9 lives. Nutritious foods cats really like. Even Morris.
If I acted finicky now, I'd win an Oscar.
When you dial long-distance direct and don't involve the operator, you're connected directly to this automatic dialing equipment. That saves us money, which means you save too. For instance, between 6 and 11 p.m. weeknights, a 3-minute station call between San Francisco and Los Angeles is $1.45 plus tax when assisted by the operator. But dial direct, it's only 75 cents, a 48% saving. Dial direct. It's cheaper.
Throughout the entire northern part of California, rain showers in San Jose. And then another one over here that's moved down past us at 10:30, just as predicted. Let's look at the big map here for a second because we want to get over to our bottle before the end of the program. Here's the storm center. This is the old one moving on out. But remember, I predicted that it was going to be clear in the northeast today. There it is. I didn't draw a single cloud, right? Over on the west side, here's the one that has just moved in, and it's down to San Jose, right? This is the one that just crossed over the Los Angeles Basin. Moving on down to San Diego by 4 o'clock in the morning. In between, a period of a little clearing. All right, let's look over here at the big map for a second. Here's what we've got for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, it'll start to rain again shortly. Sorry, Stu, I wouldn't hit you. You know that. Rain tomorrow morning, clearing in the afternoon, and it should be clear by tomorrow night, and a beautiful Sunday. Let's see, the winds out on the marina. We're not going to have time for this, are we? Look at these places. Kids, stick around for tomorrow, for Monday, and we'll do that. We'll make smog in the bottle. And Stu, you'll have to fire up that
20 seconds.
20 seconds. You couldn't do it in 20 seconds.
You're taking 15 now.
15. You gotta get water on the inside.
Okay, bring it over, George. Hurry up, George. Bring it over.
Try it. Now, let's see. Ooh, what are you smoking? On Monday, we'll really do it, okay? On Monday.
George, that's a question we've been asking around here for many months now. What is Stu Nahan really smoking? That's the news for now. Have a good weekend.
Hi. Haven't I seen you on TV before?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Rodney.
Rodney what?
Rodney Allen Rippey.
What's that in front of you?
A jumbo jack.
A jumbo jack?
From Jack in the Box.
Did you ever get a bite out of it?
And too big to eat.
You think you'll be able to get a bite now? Give it a try, Rodney. Tell us how you like it. Oh, okay.
Howard!
This is Godzilla, Dad. He's sleeping with me.
Never.
I'll give you a caramel.
You got a roommate, kid.
Nobody can say no to a caramel. Crunchy, crisp chocolate and yummy caramel. Nobody can say no to a Peter Paul caramel.
Alan! Can Godzilla stay, Mom? We'll give you a caramel.
Alan, have you met Godzilla?
Nobody can say no to a caramel.
But he is here with his bottle tonight. We'll see what he does with it.
They've just recalled me for repairs by the maker.
Early remodel, though.
Oh, 1873. All right, now let's look over first at this map, which gives us an idea of where the location of the storms and their intensities. Look at this one over here. This is the one that came through on Saturday, Friday night and Saturday, remember? And now it's over here in the Midwest creating havoc. We've got a new one right off the coast that's going to come through here tonight. It should hit here at 11 o'clock tonight. We'll have our first showers momentarily. I'll check with the weather station and find out where it's raining at the moment. But it should be through here, heavy rains, by 11 o'clock tonight. And it should be over by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. So it'll be a 12-hour storm. Ladies, wear a headscarf tomorrow morning, please. Here's what's happening over in the Midwest now. This is the storm that hit here on Saturday. Snow throughout the entire Great Plains, 4 to 5 foot drifts in North Platte. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Let's see, the bus companies have stopped running in many places. I've got the whole report here. Heavy snow warnings for Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, Illinois, and Wisconsin. Interstate 70 is closed to all westbound traffic outside of Waukene, Kansas, and so on. Now, over on the West Coast, this front has just come in. We have heavy rains in San Francisco and at Salinas and Salinas is in Kansas, you know. Fresno and Paso Robles, and we've got a storm outside of Santa Barbara, unknown intensity at the moment. That's as close as it is to our area, but local light showers can begin momentarily throughout the entire area. Looking at our local situation for tomorrow, rain, rain, rain. Ladies, don't bother to put your hair up tonight. It'll come down by tomorrow. And here are temperatures. Look quickly at the temperatures because we want to show you the rainfall amounts that we can expect tonight. Now, this is something I enjoy doing. Hey, notice this one. This one is lower. The valleys are lower than Los Angeles and Orange. That means that they're going to have clouds over there tomorrow. Look at this. Upper deserts, 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain tonight. The mountains, 1 to 2 inches of rain, 2 inches plus, and some of that's in the form of snow. Along the basin and the coast, 1/2 to 1 inch, and even in the lower deserts, 1/4 of an inch. And now, in response to very numerous requests by Mr. Benty, we're going to try to make fog in a bottle. And you do that by adding a little water on the inside, right? You add a little water on the inside, and then blow into it, increase the pressure like this, and release it. But it doesn't show much, does it? What you need is a little smoke on the inside. And by God, we'll do it at 11 o'clock tonight. We'll do it at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock, all right? Come back then.
You want to do it at 11 or 6?
35 this afternoon, Los Angeles Times reporter Bill Farr received an indefinite jail sentence from Superior Court Judge Charles Older. Farr was jailed when he once again refused to reveal the names of 2 attorneys who gave him a transcript 2 years ago during the Charles Manson family trial. Judge Older had issued a press gag order at that time forbidding publicity about the case, even though the trial jury was sequestered and shielded from news stories. Farr had appealed his case all the way to the United States Supreme Court before today's sentencing. I talked with Farr in his courthouse press office just 3 floors above the court where he was sentenced. I asked him what jail would mean to him in a very personal sense.
The Times has assured me that they will continue my salary, which I feel is particularly good of them since I did the article when I worked for another newspaper. In regard to my attorneys, they have been kind enough to donate their services. The only real expenses I've had, and they've been considerable, have been in things like printing of briefs and so forth, which gets to be a very expensive matter. But I haven't been as badly hurt financially as I think someone would be if they didn't have the help of the attorneys I've had. I think that the bill would be about $40,000 to go through the entire appellate process to go to the U.S. Supreme Court.
Most of your professional life you have covered the law. Do you now, being involved in it, have any tarnished respect for it? What is your attitude now that you're personally involved as to your professional outlook?
Well, I don't feel that way about the law. I don't think it's tarnished. I'm in obvious disagreement with the judge and the courts in regard to the rulings in my case, not just because of the harm to me, but because of the principles involved. I think there's an impingement on freedom of the press that was unnecessary. But there's certainly no bitterness, and I think that you have to have respect for the process when you win or lose.
Farr spent less than 20 minutes in court. Judge Older turned down all requests for further time or new appeals. He ordered the reporter jailed until such time as he decides to talk. Farr was booked into jail and started serving his time in Los Angeles County Jail. But at 6 p.m. just moments ago, a division of the State Appellate Court, the District 1 here in Los Angeles, ordered Bill Farr released on his own recognizance, pending the outcome of a petition of habeas corpus. Bill Farr will be out tonight, but the sentence still hangs over him. I asked him if it meant something to you, a reporter being jailed.
Actual circumstances of my case. The reason that the newsman's privilege not to reveal sources exists is not merely to sell more newspapers, but to better inform the public. I think there are numerous examples historically where large exposés that corrected corrupt circumstances in government came about because a reporter could protect a source. The same is true in many stories about organized crime, where a source has to worry about physical reprisals. The public is best served by knowing about corruption and organized crime. That's the real reason it exists, not simply to aid reporters or to help you sell newspapers. And I think many times that issue is lost, but that's why it's important to the public, not just to the press. The press represents the public. The public reads what we write and what you broadcast. And that's the principle, and I'm defending over and beyond my own dilemma.
The issue, of course, is much more serious than just the case of one news reporter or one action that took place in a trial 2 years ago. This latest action by the State Appellate Court assures that there will be more legal moves in the future before the freedom of the press's place in this country is decided. And as Farr pointed out, it is the public's right to know.
It'd be interesting to find out what grounds they used for this new appeal to file a writ of habeas corpus.
I'm just speculating now, but the attorney, Mr. Kurtzman, indicated this afternoon that he would file a petition for habeas corpus on the fact that if Farr did reveal these two attorneys' names, they could not be prosecuted because the statute of limitations has already run out. He's saying that it's a moot thing.
Well, I think there are two other things here which we should not overlook, and that is Judge Older's decision to put Farr away, regardless of what the appeals court does, and the Supreme Court's decision Monday not to review or to hear the case, which there's the current issue of Harper's Magazine has a very good article on the erosion of all of our rights, not just the rights of the press, under the subtle decisions being made by the Supreme Court.
And there are, as we have talked about before, all across the country these things are happening. There's a reporter in New Jersey who was in jail for some time, and Mr. Caldwell of the Times. It's something that there'll be a lot of conversation about, I'm sure, in the future.
Well, I think the next thing is going to be an awful lot of action in the Congress to try and stop it.
Provided, as we said at 4:30, people get off their you-know-what and write, demanding that this kind of thing stop before it goes too far. The Dow did it again. Very unusual demonstration in the garment district. We'll have those stories in a moment.
There's no lovelier, more leisurely place to do your holiday shopping than Fisherman's Village in magic Marina del Rey. Just minutes away from everywhere by the San Diego and new Marina del Rey freeways. Fisherman's Village has everything for holiday gifts, men and women's fashions, food gift packs, and lots of fun things for friends and family. While you're shopping in Fisherman's Village, take time off to enjoy our famed waterfront restaurants. Make exciting Fisherman's Village your one-stop holiday shopping center. Come to the Village Lighthouse, Fiji Way, and Marina del Rey.
Come on and fly me in the big blue sky. Come on and fly me. Together we'll fly high on National Fly Me.
I'm Cindy. Fly me to Miami, Tampa, Orlando, all over Florida. Fly me.
On National Fly Me.
got together one evening and we just hashed this thing back and forth and couldn't.
Yes, we believe it started by smoking materials, probably a cigarette laid on the bed. When the units first arrived, the fire was limited to that bed. There was some clothes in the closet that were going. Of course, as soon as we opened it up, why, it flashed. The firemen actually that had come inside had to flee to get out. It enveloped the one bedroom, the dressing area, and a portion of the ceiling in the living room. The heat then coming out from the window radiated upwards and broke the window in the two apartments above, and there was some smoke and heat damage up there.
How much would you estimate in damage?
We're estimating total damage about $45,000. Most of that, of course, is confined to the one apartment. Upstairs, it was minor. A coat of paint should fix it up.
I understand you had difficulty, the firemen had difficulty in gaining entrance to these apartments. Why was this?
Yes, these are very beautiful apartments, but architecturally and design-wise. However, for fire department purposes, it's difficult when you have to lay all your hose lines by hand. The access to these apartments is such that you walk, and that means that we have to drag hoses. In this case, the fireboat had the first water on the fire, and that was about 200 feet away, which meant the men had to come out of the boat, drag the hose 200 feet before they had water on the fire.
How many engine companies fought this fire?
Actually, it went to a second alarm, and there were a number more rolling that actually came in. There were 6 total companies here under Battalion Chief Gene Ardinger.
And how long did it take them to contain it?
Probably about 20 minutes to really knock the thing down. At the present time, the process of removing the water from the halls using squeegees and water vacuum, the water out of the carpets before it's damaged.
The county has listing the relative
new bus, one extra bus for Santa Monica.
We're the only airline that offers you both. Next time you're flying across the United States, take a TWA Ambassador flight, coach or first class. It's the most comfortable fleet of planes in the world.
TWA's Ambassador service to New York and the East.
Your engine has an enemy, dirt. Dirt wants your engine. Dirt wants to ruin your car's performance. But a good detergent gasoline like Mobil can help stop dirt.
Park your car, sir.
Dirt has an enemy. Mobil detergent gasoline. From the Spain of legend, Mistala is here. Mistala, the light, natural rosé wine created in Spain to capture a legendary flavor. Mistala, imported rosé, born of vines that once bore the wines of a fabulous era. Salud, amor y pesetas, y el tiempo para gastarlos, America. Mistala is here.
Seems like the only way to get a loan is to produce enough collateral to prove you don't really need the money. But what if you're just getting started? Who'll take a chance on you then? Come to Avco Financial Services, because we believe in loaning you the money to do what you want to do when you want to do it. So when you need money, go directly to your nearest Avco office.
When you believe in people, the word gets around.
Friday morning on KNBC.
Who in America would build a new car like this? A new car with the response of a grand touring car, the roadability of a sports car, the characteristics you've admired in the finest road cars. Who in America would build a car with a front end that can do this? The wide-track people who build Grand Prix, Firebird, and GTO. This is the first Grand Am, 2-door, 4-door, both with bucket seats. From Pontiac, of course. There's something new on the menu at McDonald's. Something big and thick and juicy. Something you can really sink your teeth into. Introducing McDonald's new Quarter Pounder. And Quarter Pounder with cheese. Come and get it.
You deserve a break today. So get up and get away to McDonald's.
Hey, Dad, how'd you get a bottle of butter in all the little little squares.
It isn't butter, it's better because it comes already in all the little squares. Observe, a Downy Flake hot and buttery waffle, a toaster. Together, a significant advance in pleasant living. My boy, smell the world's first whiff of a waffle browning with its own buttery flavored spread. Downy Flake, hot and buttery waffles, the great age of toaster cooking.
We'll all be.
This is Channel 4, KNBC, Los Angeles.
A Chrysler has always been an automobile with a tradition of performance on the open road. It was an automobile that faced the challenge of Le Mans and saw victory in 56 Grand National competitions. Today, the tradition continues with electronic ignition in this 73 Chrysler Newport, a Chrysler can afford.
Chrysler Newport. Extra care in engineering. It makes a difference.
It seems like yesterday when you were pushing him around in a carriage. And now, for a fleeting second, you realize your little boy is becoming a man. You can really enjoy these wonderful years when you do the right things to take care of yourself. And because you do, you don't forget your Geritol. Geritol every day to make sure you get the iron and 7 vitamins your body needs. Take care of yourself. Get the most out of life.
When the sea is calm, it is as a sleeping angel. When the ocean does rise, a fearsome giant would destroy. Stephen Boyd and Colleen Dewhurst star in The Hands of Cormac Joyce. A drama of man against the elements and himself. The Hands of Cormac Joyce. Friday at 8:30, 7:30 Central Time.
It's Academy Award winner John Wayne, as tough as ever. In fact, even tougher, in a blockbuster of exciting action, The Green Berets, co-starring David Jansen. Saturday at 8. That's 8 p.m., 7 Central Time on NBC.
You know what year this is? It's the year of the tingle. Now you can bathe with Ginate bath gel, splash with Ginate friction pour le bain, powder with Ginate bath powder. Enjoy tingling Ginate fragrance so many refreshing ways. You can even take along a spray of Nate. It's the year of the tingle. Try Ginate. Start tingling.
Come on and fly me in the big blue sky. Come on and fly me. Together we'll fly high on National Fly Me.
I'm Carol. I'll fly you from Los Angeles to Houston, morning, noon, or night. Your choice. Fly me.
I'm National Fly Me.
KNBC 4.
Fumble by Willie Ellison on the Ram 25 led to Denver's go-ahead field goal. It's down there somewhere. They'll just root around till they find the whole thing. The Broncos, meantime, on the other hand, as they say, converted third downs when they counted. Like this Charlie Johnson scoring pass from the 7 to his wide receiver, Jerry Simmons. Big play. And then a third period scramble completion to Haven Moses on 3rd and 11. Another big play. And the result was a tying field goal for Denver. Yes, Coach John Ralston's young Denver club was good when it had to be. And all in all, it meant a 16-10 Bronco win. We'll be back in a moment with all of the highlights, but first, this message.
Can't buy me love, all my love, I will show you.
yesterday. Hey Jude.
Here's how you order.
Rush $13.95 for records, 8-track tapes, or cassettes to Beatles, KTLA. You get 60 full-length hits by the Beatles, complete by mail only. Rush today. $13.95 for records, 8-track tapes, or cassettes to Beatles, KTLA. Sorry, no CODs.
University play.
It's UCLA versus Southern California. The winner goes to the Rose Bowl.
Three, 2, 1.
The Prudential College Scoreboard was produced by Doug Wilson, directed by Bill Miller, Associate Director Bob Chrisman, Technical Director Tom Sumner, Assistant to the Producer Van Smith. Stay tuned now for ABC's Wide World of Sports coming up next, followed by USC-UCLA football game at 5 p.m. The Prudential College Scoreboard has been brought to you by the people who want you to own a piece of the rock, the Prudential Insurance Company of America. Talk to a Prudential representative about protecting your financial security. Own a piece of the rock. This has been an ABC Sports presentation.
Watch a classic clash of enthusiasm versus experience when the veteran-packed Washington Redskins meet the youth-oriented Atlanta Falcons on NFL Monday Night Football, right here on ABC.
It'll take you years to appreciate everything that's new on our new Pontiac Le Mans. Front disc brakes are standard this year. There's improved acoustical insulation for quietness. And to keep that new car ride longer, improved body mounts. The sporty version is called Le Mans Sport Coupe. The luxury version, Luxury Le Mans. Take your choice. After years of driving, you'll still know those wide track people have a way with cars.
A travel-weary freighter bringing imported hops to Busch. The key to its mellow flavor, its fresh, clean edge. None of the 7 seas is too wide or too deep when we're seeking the best ingredients to brew the very best. 7 league boots for Busch. That's why Busch does it like no other beer.
The Ballad of Paul Bunyan is tomorrow night at 7. Stay tuned now for ABC's Wide World of Sports. Today, World Championship Skating and Motorcycle Championship Race. Howard K. Smith and Harry Reisner at the anchor desk and the ABC News team stationed around the world bring you the latest news and commentary with the human touch every weeknight at the dinner hour. Watch the ABC Evening News.
Helping people, making friends, being neighbors, meeting needs along. Rush everywhere.
Meeting people's needs is having 23,000 stations where you need them, for work or play, along with warm, friendly service to help you on your way again.
People really count. Along Rush everywhere.
Schlitz malt liquor. Pop open a coal can. And look out for the bull. Nobody makes malt liquor like Schlitz. Nobody. Dreyfus Fund is a mutual investment fund that hopes to make your money grow and takes what it considers sensible risks in that direction. Ask your securities dealer for a free prospectus.
The New York City Opera is currently on stage at the Music Center Pavilion, presenting such favorites as La Boheme, Carmen, Rigoletto, and the contemporary masterpiece, Susanna. And Paul Bunyan's on Channel 7 tomorrow night at 7.
Regularly scheduled programming will not be seen tonight so that we may bring you the USC-UCLA football game live and in color from Los Angeles.
In tonight's game, the unbeaten Trojans of Southern California, the nation's #1 team, meet the Bruins of UCLA with a Rose Bowl berth to the winner. NCAA College Football, another ABC Sports exclusive, is brought to you by Goodyear. More people ride on Goodyear tires than on any other kind. By Texaco and the many thousands of Texaco retailers and distributors in all 50 states. Trust Texaco to have the right gasoline for you. By Holiday Inn, the most accommodating people in the world. And by General Motors and the people who make Chevrolet, Pontiac, Oldsmobile, Buick, Cadillac, Opel, and GMC trucks, all with the GM mark of excellence. This live color picture is of the ever-changing Los Angeles, California skyline. Yes, with its smog tonight. After several inches of rain during the week, we have a fast field, a natural turf here at Los Angeles Coliseum. Temperature 61 degrees. 93,000 eager fans await the arrivals of the teams, and here they are. First, the Trojans, the #1 team in the country, coached by John McKay. If they win or tie, they go to the Rose Bowl for the 5th straight year. But tonight they meet the 14th-ranked UCLA Bruins, who started their season with an upset victory over then #1 ranked Nebraska. Here are the Bruins of UCLA. This is the 42nd game between these two teams, and it's the 15th time in the series that a Rose Bowl bid has been the prize. UCLA, quarterbacked by Michigan's Tom Harmon's son, Mark, #7. While #6, Mike Ray, will handle the reins for the #1 ranked team in the country, undefeated Southern California, 9-0. UCLA, this is their 11th game. They won 8 and lost only 2. And Bud, after a long season, it all comes down to one game that almost seems a shame, doesn't it?
It always seems to work out that way, and this is, of course, one of the great rivalries of college football. My old friend Red Sanders, who used to coach the Bruins, used to characterize the game by saying it's not a matter of life and death, it's much more important than that.
Well, it is to both coaches and the 93,000 fans here. UCLA is the underdog, and I guess rightfully so, but they do have that upset win over Nebraska, the first game of the year.
UCLA is a wishbone team, and they've had a remarkably potent offense. They've been averaging almost 6 yards per play. Like all wishbone teams, they run the ball predominantly, but they've had more scoring passes than USC has had. The problem that they have tonight, you can see very clearly on the graphic. #1 in rushing defense for the season in college football at the University of Southern California thus far.
Of course, as Bud indicated, both teams can score. UCLA at an average of about 34 a game, and SC averaging about 40. So we really look forward to this showdown at sundown here in Los Angeles, California, between these two great Pacific 8 teams, Bud.
I think the contrasting styles, Chris, will be very, very interesting. Wishbone, as we've already said, by UCLA, and a multiple offense by the University of Southern California. Southern California.
From Fresno, #89, Charles Young. From Compton, #19, Edessel Garrison. At fullback from Santa Barbara, #39, Sam Cunningham. And the quarterback from Lakewood, #6, Mike Ray. And here's the head coach, John McKay. And now the starting defensive team for the UCLA Bruins. From Los Angeles, #90, Cal Peterson. From Mendale, Texas, #78, Jerry Roberts. From Torrance, California, #64, Rich Basca. Number 68, Gerald Peak. Oceanside, California, number 72, Tom Waddell. Baldwin Park, California, number 92, Fred McNeil. From Honolulu, Hawaii, number 56, Steve Ho'okano. From Houston, number 51, Gene Settles. From Los Angeles, number 29, Alan Ellis. From Clearwater, Florida, number 20, Jimmy Allen. From Marion, Louisiana, number 38, Jimmy Bright. And the head coach of UCLA, Pepper Rogers.
The pregame activities have been concluded. We will return for the opening kickoff here in Memorial Coliseum at Los Angeles after this message.
Should my boy be a doctor? Or an architect? Or maybe a professor? Whatever he picks, he'll need training. That's where New York Life is helping. This life insurance guarantees my guy will have cash for college. Talk it over with your New York Life agent. It sure makes the future look a lot happier. Right, Professor?
Right.
Number 37, Bill May.
Almost anywhere you travel on business, you'll find a Holiday Inn close by. And in every major city, you have a choice of 2 or more. Chances are we can get you closer to your business. And that's important when people are depending on you.
For today's game is Charlie O'Neill.
We can get you closer to your business. Holiday Inn, the most accommodating people in the world.
The underdog UCLA Bruins are in the blue and gold uniforms. They are the home team, as the Los Angeles Coliseum football field is the home field for both Los Angeles University football representatives. Number 1, Ephraim Herrera will do the kicking. He's the boy that kicked the field goal that beat Nebraska. Here is a great kick returner, Anthony Davis, number 28. Also deep is number 21, Alan Carter. Davis, at whom we're looking, averages about 28 yards on each kick return. So the moment the ball is touched, the clock starts, and this crucial battle is underway. A surprise kick coming down at about the 37-yard line. Kicked off the side of the foot of Herrera, intentionally, of course. And it was returned 5 yards here at the Los Angeles Coliseum as we look at the offensive line of the number 1 team in the country, the Trojans.
And you can tell that UCLA is going to go for broke tonight, leading off with an onside kick attempt. It's very important for the Bruins to play a good, solid first half and to stay close to USC in the first half. They've been in there where the pressure's tough, and they can finish very, very strongly if they can get a good bit of confidence in the first half.
Now the huge Trojan line is up at the 40 with a 1st and 10. Mike Ray, number 6, is the quarterback. 22 is Swan. Cunningham, 39. McNeil, 27. There goes Davis in motion. And here's Ray looking for a receiver. Hauling it in is Lynn Swan, number 22, and the number 1 team in the nation has moved into UCLA country to the 35, where Ho'okano of Honolulu makes the tackle, a 19-yard gain on the season. So now from the UCLA 35, SC with a 1st and 10. Edessel Garrison to the far side, but SC keeps it on the ground, and look at the high-stepping
Student body left, whichever way those linemen are going.
93,000 watching as SC has moved from its own 40 to the 23 of UCLA with a 2nd down and 10. No score in the game. Edessel Garrison split to the left. Mike Ray, the quarterback, looking for Garrison, goes to the other side. Double coverage on the deep receiver. Charles are here, the Trojan marching band, and the golden sound of UCLA. You'll see them at halftime as McKay goes to the far side. Mike Ray throws into the flat. Beautiful play to Davis. Davis is down near that forward stake, but I don't believe he got the necessary yardage for the 1st and 10, but they are in field goal range with a no score in the game. We'll return in a minute.
Your kids are scrapping and the dog is yapping and the house is falling down. And it ain't no joke when the TV's broke and the car don't work. Well, life can be so low down. It's time to ease back. Light up. Let PA Tobacco lighten up your day. It's not so easy. Naturally, PA Tobacco lightens up your day.
Sharp,
cutting steel versus the Goodyear Custom Power Cushion Poly Steel tire. To demonstrate the penetration resistance of steel cord belts under the tread. Watch. The polyester cord body soaks up shocks, and double steel cord belts resist penetration. Poly Steel, the 40,000-mile tire engineered for American cars. Only from Goodyear.
Well, in the land of pretty people, the UCLA cheerleader now, as SC will try a field goal from the 22 plus the 10 of the end zone. The kick is coming up. It's a 32-yard attempt. No score, but now there is. The Trojans, #1 in the country, take a 3-0 lead on Mike Ray's 32-yard field goal on the 4th down, 1.5. There you see John moving towards Scribner now as they await Anthony Davis's kick. Davis is one of the offensive backs for John McKay's Trojans, and he has it teed up on the hash marks to the far side of the field in front of the UCLA cheering section. 93,000 watch Davis's kick. It's low and hard to field. Shara has it at the 11, moving out to the 15, the 20, 25, 30. Good run back of a low kick, difficult to handle. 21-yard return, as a matter of fact, on the part of Oliver and Lassner. They may have another end in there. Blaymire having two tight ends. We'll check it for you now as they have the ball at the 32. Yes, they have two tight ends now. But
the open side and Sims over the tight end.
Classic quarterback Mark Harmon, #7, putting the ball in his hand. Blaymire, 81, to the near side of the field. And Mark Harmon carries it on his own, the 184-pounder. He gets a block from Randy Gashler, 65. As John McKay sends two of his speedsters back deep. This is the first punt of the game. Swan and Davis are deep. Swan 22, Davis 28. And it's out of bounds inside the Southern California 25. It's Mike Ray calling signals. He sent Swan to the near side of the field. On the 24, first down and going wide is Davis. And Davis is at the 40, now midfield.
Bumps and bruises over, and you get rested up, and they certainly do look fast thus far.
There you see some of the team statistics and how impressive they have been here in the current NCAA season. Of course, Southern California has another game left on their schedule, but this is the one for the Pacific 8 Championship in the Rose Bowl, and to continue their hopes for a national championship. Here's a 2nd and 7, and Ray throws long. It's a bomb. This split on a 3rd down and 43. Ray into the flat. And with that second effort, it appears that SC retains possession, or did they? We'll wait and see where the official marked the forward progress. It is at the 38, so they
very confident Southern California team to surrender field position by going for the first down.
All right. Mike Ray, and he does it hopefully through the air. First down and more. Now, the coach's son, J.K. McKay, is split to the left. Great pass catcher. 1st and 10 from the 29. Ray on a keeper. And he does some hurdling here in the...
Not as Southern California is certainly putting it to him at the moment.
Rod McNeil, 27, is in the SC lineup on a 2nd down and 4. And Young possession.
Michigan kicking a field goal in the 4th quarter to defeat Purdue, a close game. Oklahoma roaming over Nebraska, 31-7. And we'll have Oklahoma in the Sugar Bowl on New Year's Eve.
And also next Thursday afternoon, Nebraska, Oklahoma here on ABC. It's a 3rd and 4. Look at that hole, and look at the run. Anthony Davis. Oh, he dances on his knees as he goes for his 12th touchdown of the year. It's 9-0, Trojans. 23 yards.
At this point in the season, you're always wondering, are the polls right? Are they honestly the best team in football? But let's take a look at this play, and it'll give you some ideas. We see Nebraska, #5 ranked, winning 59-7. Just absolutely marvelous blocking, and that's the kind of speed that makes their attack go.
Now we try for the extra point. Mike Ray will do the booting. He's the quarterback. And the kick is up and good. So, the #1 team in the nation in 3 minutes and 50 seconds has scored twice. A 32-yard field goal, a drive of 76 yards to do it again. It's 10-0.
So just when I needed new tires,
the washing machine breaks down.
It's one emergency after another.
Say, do you have a MasterCharge card?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Well, MasterCharge is perfect for emergency. Lets you get what you need now, and then lets you stretch out your payments.
Stretch out your payments?
Well, you know what they say.
More than a credit card. It's a money manager.
MasterCharge.
There's a big beer brotherhood. There's a big beer brotherhood. You're onto something good. If you like a lot with hands, that's good. If you like lots of beer, you're gonna like it here. Here in the Big Beer Drinking Brotherhood of Hands.
In the Big Beer Drinking Brotherhood, there's no such thing as just one Hams.
The Big Beer Drinking Brotherhood of Hands.
And now look at the unsung heroes of football, Bud.
This is Peterson, the end for UCLA, dropping back. And watch Adams, number 77, the left tackle, come out for Southern California, take him to the ground. And now watch the top of your screen. There goes Davis, breaking past the official and taking it for the touchdown. You know, Chris, the idea of the skilled position being the flankers and people that catch it and throw it, the skilled positions to me are those guards and tackles, as Adams just showed us.
Right. Scribner and Shara are deep, awaiting Davis's kick following his touchdown. It's Shara from the goal line out to the 15, now the 20, and he's brought down at the 25. Here at the Coliseum, it is 10-0. SC leading, and Nebraska, whom you'll see on Thanksgiving Day against Oklahoma here on ABC, 59-7 over Kansas State. Penn State, as we'll see them in the Sugar Bowl against Oklahoma, 45-26 over Boston College.
And Louisiana State playing tonight against Mississippi State. Texas defeating TCU 27-0.
That was quarterback Mark Harmon, number 7, handing off to 32.
You almost have to look up here at the local situation before you can see the direction the winds will be coming. But they'll be coming more from the northwest by late tomorrow night. Now over in the mountains, oh boy, oy vey, we have got snow at 5,000 foot levels and coming on down as low as 4,500 as the storm progresses. We're expecting another inch of moisture perhaps tomorrow, and then the new storm comes in. This is the last one of the series of 4, but believe me, this one, if we get out of this one dry, we'll be amazed. As we said earlier, first, we've been pushing that storm front up more and more from late Friday to early Saturday. Now it looks as though it may be game time on Saturday night, Stu, and that's the one that bothers me more than anything. Looking at our temperatures, for those who interested, yes, the temperatures seem to have very little interest at the moment when we have so much rain that's bothering us. We've had almost 1.25 inches of rain already out of this storm. It's up to 3.5 inches. We're expecting another inch, and then the new front will come through, and that's it, old buddy.
Okay, Dr. George, maybe if we keep moving it back, it'll be Sunday before the front arrives, and we'll all be happy. That's Eyewitness News for now. Thanks very much for watching. Dick Cavett is next. His guest tonight, Jerry Lucas. See you tomorrow at 4:30.
David Helmerson.
Yeah, that's true. Good night.
And now an editorial by Don B. Curran, Vice President and General Manager of KABC-TV.
As the election returns came in on November 7th, an interesting but not surprising pattern emerged. As figures mounted, it became apparent that voting was heavier on some propositions than on others. Why? Well, we think that many voters were turned off on issues simply because of the wording of the proposition statements was too confusing. As a result of earlier KABC-TV editorials, legislation was introduced in Sacramento on at least 2 occasions to help ease that situation. Those bills were defeated. Proposition arguments are prepared by attorneys for pro and con